Good evening and welcome to the 2023 Comic Book Community Awards reveal. We're going to go over all of the details of the new categories and changes that we're making this year tonight. So appreciate you guys being here. I see a bunch of people already in the chat. Let's go take a look. Do a quick shout out to the chat. Comics by the Bay, Matt, Chris the Comic Vet, Tito, Travis. I know Travis TM Nerdy is working tonight, but he'll catch the replay. Gene Malo's here. Gene, thanks for being here. Collecting with Derrz. Appreciate you being here. Who else today? Oh, and we have Marble Matt as well. I didn't know the brothers were getting it together tonight. JDA3 Comics. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. The Hulkster's here. PSN Green Hulkster. Appreciate you being here. Dr. Von Hoot up late. Celebrated his 200 subs earlier. Did a great giveaway. Appreciate you being here. Izzy's here. Thanks for being here, Izzy. Appreciate you being here. Couching and Slouching C Bizzle. What is up? Mike is here. Appreciate you being here. Scrolling. Blake's Buzz, appreciate you being here. Joe is here. Anachronic Comics. Shop for Comics is here. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Let's see. Gary is here. Gary B and I are going to have to talk. We've got a little hockey matchup coming up in the next week or so. But we're here to talk about the 2023 Comic Book Community Awards. So let's jump in. We've got a lot of detail to get through. So I'm going to share my screen. So up first, this is all of the schedule. This is the schedule for the awards. This has been out for a while now. We've posted this out on Instagram and the website. Let me add that too, just in case if you don't know. You can follow the CBC Awards on Instagram at CBC Awards. And if you have any questions, and we'll do some questions after we get through all of the categories and things tonight. But my email is down below, comicbookcommunityawards@gmail.com. You can certainly reach out to me with any questions or concerns or comments, feedback. I'll always appreciate those things. So that information is down in the description as well. It's also scrolling on the bottom of the screen here. But here is the breakdown of the schedule. Like I said, nominations open in about a month. We're about 4 weeks away. So May 13th at the cbcawards.org website, nominations will open. You'll be able to nominate your favorite channels in a number of categories, 26 total categories this year. Nomin's here, Flash is here. Appreciate you guys being here. Pocan Joe. So like I said, that's the overall schedule. This is up on Instagram. This is on the website as well. The website and Instagram are really the best spots to stay updated. But we'll be doing some live streams throughout the process this year as well, updating everybody on the progress of the awards. So next up, we have sponsorships. So we did this last year where we had category sponsorships. And for a cost of $25, donation of $25, you can sponsor an awards category. So we have 26 categories. We'll have potentially 26 sponsors. We've already had a number of sponsorships come in or people commit to sponsorships. So really do appreciate that money that is raised as part of that sponsorship goes directly to the Comic Book Community Awards and buying trophies and prizes and shipping and all of the things that the cost associated with the award. So the biggest cost is really just acquiring the trophies. So if you're interested, just let me know. You can send me a message on Instagram or email me, and I will give you the details for the awards category. And we'll put your link to your YouTube channel or Instagram, whichever link you'd like to use, on the CBC Awards website. We'll include it in descriptions for the awards, live streams going forward. So people can find you as a sponsor if they are interested in checking out your channel. Now, one of the other things we're asking for is donations for prizes. And you could donate them from your PC. You could buy something, or one of the other things that I'm doing is I'm reaching out to a number of businesses within the comic book community. Shortbox, for example, I've reached out to them. I've reached out to a number. And actually, in year one, my comic shop donated $100 gift card for every single winner. And so we had 11 categories year one. They donated $1,100 worth of gift cards. So I'm doing outreach to people like that, websites like that, companies like that, to see if they're interested in donating or sponsoring the awards. But I'd also ask the community if you have relationships with certain companies and maybe a point of contact. Instead of me reaching out cold, maybe you could help me broker an email or an introduction to somebody who maybe might be interested in sponsoring the award. So, that's kind of the information on sponsorships. If anybody has any information or needs more information about it, please feel free to reach out to me on direct message on Instagram or send me an email as well. Yeah. So Izzy, thank you. Appreciate that. And there's been a number of people in the community already who have committed. So that's really great because, like I said, that really helps with the cost of things for the awards, trophies, and things like that. So now let's get on to the award categories. We do have some changes for this year. We are making some changes. So let's jump in. And so we're keeping the tiers this year. So our first tier is between 199 subs. And we've added a new category in this. Last year we had 3. This year we have 4. You'll see favorite channel is now a new category. And now this is kind of a very generic award. It's basically just your favorite channel in that tier. Somebody who's under 1,000 subs who happens to be your favorite channel. Now, the favorite channel category actually replaces the People's Choice. Last year we had the People's Choice. And frankly, all of these awards are People's Choice because they are voted on, nominated by the community, and finalists are voted on by the community. So they're really all People's Choice. So this was a good way to add another award category into the tiers and give an opportunity to 3 different channels to win this award. So now the next 3 are the same categories from last year: best unboxing, haul video or series, best duo, couple, or collaboration event, best speculation comic book investing content. So those 3 are the same from last year. We've just added the favorite channel. Now we have our next tier, 1,000 to 5,000 subs. And again, you're going to see the same exact categories, the new being the favorite channel. So who's your favorite channel that has between 1,000 and 5,000 subs? This is your opportunity to nominate those channels starting May 13th. Yeah, no, so, we do take into account, nominations open, nominations open May 13th. So it's at that starting point when nominations open where your channel is. So if you're under 1,000, you can still get under that. If you're over 1,000, well, then now you're in this larger pool of channels. So, and we'll look at the 5,000 tiers subs. So anybody channels over 5,000 subs, again, we've added this favorite channel category. So very, very generic. So it really gives an opportunity for really any amount of channels, just as long as they meet the sub, minimum, they are, able to be nominated and hopefully become a finalist. And again, we have like I said, best unboxing, haul video, best duo, couple, best speculation, those all remain from last year. So though that's 12. When you look at those three tiers, you have 4 awards in each of those tiers. So that's 12 of the awards of the 26. So, so that's change number 1. And now we have a few other new categories for this year. So the new one here is biggest channel supporter. So this, I initially thought, and we talked a little bit about with the committee about maybe limiting this to a non-creator, but I was hard pressed to keep that because there are so many great supporters of other channels who are actually creators as well. But there are also some non-creators that really support our community, who support our channels by being a Blue Wrench and being a moderator. And so biggest channel supporter, Blue Wrench fan, or overall supporter. So it could be a creator, it may not be a creator. I can think of a few moderators, Blue Wrenches, who are not creators, who support a ton of channels and do a lot of work for the community. So I'm really excited about this category. I think this is a good way to recognize somebody who's doing some great work and maybe not producing their own content. So now the second one is second category is best hands, mustache, facial hair, or hair. This is one of the popular categories from last year that we're bringing back. So excited to have that back. And somebody made a comment about this maybe being a male-dominated category because of the hands, mustache, facial hair. But we actually did have a number of women, females, voted for their hair, who were nominated, didn't make the finalist cut, but did. We did have a lot of nominations of women with nice hair. So I think that is an opportunity there. The women got to get their fans voting for their hair. So that's certainly a tactic, Joe. You could stop shaving. But now the next category is, again, another new category this year: favorite community artist. So now this is, I want to clarify with this. This is not your favorite comic book artist. Todd McFarlane, John Romita Jr. It's not that. It's an artist within our community. So there's so many talented people within our community who are, talented artists. We see it on. There's several different shows within the community that highlight some of the artwork. We've seen, some of the community members produce, original artwork on covers, prints, sketches, all kinds of things. And so this is a great category to be able to recognize the great artwork that is done within the community. And so I'm excited about this category. I think it's a very good addition to recognize some of the great talent, artist talent that we have within the community here on YouTube. So, let's move on to our next set of categories. Now, these categories, just doing a quick look. Yeah, these are all categories that are returning from last year. So best comic review, a channel that consistently reviews comic books. So there has to be a body of work for these categories. You can't just review one comic book and then never come back and do reviews again. We want a body of work here, and there are a number of channels that do great reviews. It's one of the ways that I keep up on comic books that I'm not reading. I get to watch the review and get a storyline of maybe of a book that I'm not picking up. So I really think it's kind of a staple within the community, the comic book reviews. And then we have best statue review unboxing. So again, this is a channel that consistently, reviews and unboxes statues or figures, action figures, statues. Again, I think another big aspect of the community. Some bigger channels do this, some smaller channels do this, but I think a good return with this category. And then the last in this section here is Best Omnibus Review. Again, a channel that consistently reviews omnibuses. Again, we want to have that body of work. So, um, yeah. So now we'll move on to the next section. Again, these are all returning categories from last year. Best cleaning, pressing, or comic restoration content. So again, a channel that demonstrates the cleaning, pressing, or restoration, of comics and techniques, sharing some of their, behind the scenes magic. Um, so, I think there's a number of channels that do that. I think the one thing to clarify, because in year one, a number of channels got nominated that press and clean comic books for people within the community, but maybe don't share that type of content on their channel. And so we definitely want to have nominations of channels that share this content on their channel, how they press, how they clean, how they restore comics. So just keep that in mind when you are nominating channels. And our next is Best New Channel. Channel that started after December 2022. So basically, thinking about when the 2022 Comic Book Community Awards wrapped up was in early December. So any channel that basically started after that could be considered for this year's new comic book or best new channel within the comic book community. And then Best Unknown Channel. So a channel who has under 100 subs as of next month. So nominations start in May. So as long as they are under 100 subs by the start of the nomination period, they will be considered for this award. So yeah, that's a good idea. Now we're not, and I appreciate those feedbacks. We're not going to make any changes to categories this year. We're kind of locked in for 2023. But Derrz, an idea like that is something that we can consider for next year. So if people have feedback, like I said, let me know. I make notes throughout the year, and then we look at those things for next year. So that's a great. That's a great idea, because there has been a lot of talk within the community about mental health and reaching out if you need help, and leaning on others in the community when maybe things aren't going as well for you. So that's a great idea. So we'll keep that in mind for next year. No, we do not. So those are the next three categories. We'll move on to our next. Best ongoing series, so reoccurring series, minimum of 12 issues, 12 episodes. So this is a show, a regular, series that happens, monthly or, weekly. And there are a number of different shows that do that are regularly, scheduled shows that happen year after year. Comic Book Community Builder Award. So this is, again, another award that is a carryover from last year. So really a channel or a creator that promotes, supports the community and its members. So somebody who really goes out of their way to support others, shout others out, help other channels grow. That's the idea behind the Comic Book Community Builder Award. Somebody who really supports not only themselves, but the community as a whole, and helping others excel within the community. So here is a category from last year that we have slightly changed. So this category used to be Most Entertaining Content Creator. Now, when I originally came up with that idea for the most entertaining, I was really thinking more about most comedic content creator. And so, because I think entertaining is very general, and so what could be entertaining for me may not be entertaining for you. And so I think that leaves a lot of interpretation there. So wanted to try to fine tune this to really hit those channels that are comedic, that have comedy elements, that are doing skits, that are adding, sound effects and different things, elements to their videos to make it funny. We really want to celebrate that. I think there are certainly a number of channels that do that. So we're switching that from, like I said, most entertaining to most comedic content creator. And I think, we all know some channels out there. So, um, so I think that will open the opportunity for maybe some different channels, or maybe some, previous channels that will, fit that category. So, um, see, I see some comedy going on in the chat right now. Um, yes, I think most of us find that funny. So, um, moving on to our next and final two. So these are both categories that were. No, Callie, it is not. But thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. So these are two categories that again are carryovers from the beginning, from 2021 and 2022. Comic Book Community Channel of the Year. So, in my mind, this is a channel that is just a channel that's on top of their game, whether they're, producing comic book content, or having shows, and, getting together with other community members and interviews. This is a channel that kind of does it all in my mind. So, Comic Book Community Channel of the Year, just one of those channels that is just hitting on all levels. That's what I think of those type of channels when I think about that award. And then, of course, we have the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Stan Lee Award, a channel that really has a body of work, at least 3 years on YouTube. Previous winners, we had Reggie Collects and Comics with Bueller. And so, again, just really a channel, and it doesn't really have to do anything with subscriber numbers. It's really a channel that has a body of work and has had longevity here on YouTube. 3 years is not a long time, but I think of my channel. My channel is about 2 years old, so there's a lot of newer channels. So it's really recognizing one of those channels that has been around for at least 3 years, and has a body of work. So I like it. You raised the ante, right? You anteed up a little bit. He went 2, you went 3. I do appreciate that super chat. So that is really the categories for this year. I'll run through them quick again, just so you guys can see it, just in case if anybody came in late. So we've added favorite channel to each of the tiers. A new category. It replaces People's Choice. If you remember, People's Choice was just a standalone award. So we've added favorite channel to the under 999 subs, to the 1,000, 5,000, and then to the 5,000 plus tier. And so we're adding three new awards that is basically open to anybody. We have 2 new awards here: Best Channel Supporter, Blue Wrench Fan, or Overall Supporter. We have the returning Best Hands, Mustache, Facial Hair, or Hair. And then Favorite Community Artist is a new category. Again, recognizing some of the great talent that we have within the community. These are all returns from last year: Best Comic Review, Best Statue Review, Best Omnibus Review. Best Cleaning, Pressing, or Comics Restoration. Again, a carryover from last year. Best New Channel and Best Unknown Channel. Best Ongoing Series. Comic Book Community Builder Award. And then the change, most entertaining now, is most comedic content creator. And so we hope that kind of hones in a little bit more on some specific channels that are producing, comedic content. So there he is, Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Comics with Bueller, and a previous winner for Best Ongoing Series. His Comics and Coffee with Bob won as well. So appreciate Bueller being here. And then the last two, again, carryovers from last year, Comic Book Community Channel of the Year, and then Lifetime Achievement Award. So yeah. So Chop, you hit the nail on the head, right? Lucretius is one of those channels that I think of, including yourself. You're one of the biggest supporters within the community. So there are definitely a number of channels that really support the community and a number of channels. So that is the information that I have for you guys tonight. I'll open it up if anybody has any questions or suggestions. Suggestions probably best to email me so I can document them. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'll take a quick look at the chat here. Thank you, Chip. Appreciate that. And I have my Chip trophy that Chip sent me in year one. It sits at my desk so I can look at it. The bronze toilet for taking all the crap that I did in year one. So Chip, thank you for that. Yes, spread the word, right? Yeah, that's one of the other things. We're a month away from nominations open, and I know there are some conversations in previous years that some channels were concerned about campaigning for awards, and so nominations haven't opened yet. So you still have a month to go out there and help spread the word without feeling like you're campaigning for your channel. So so you have an opportunity to do that. Joe, thank you so much. $50 donation. Wow. Awesome. That will go right into the savings until we get some purchase of some of the trophies later this year. Really do appreciate that. So let's see. Just catching up. See if there's anything else in the chat. Sleepy Readers here. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody coming out. We've got 28 folks here in the chat, and I think we saw about 35 earlier. So you can nominate. You'll have to have an individual email address. So, and one of the other things I forgot to mention was, if we're going to be doing something a little bit different for the nominations, we're going to be giving a giveaway for anybody that submits a nomination with a valid email address. We're going to be doing a giveaway, so I'm going to have more details on that as we progress into the year. But the comic book community is known for its giveaways and AOKs, so we're going to do a giveaway as well for anybody that nominates. Like I said, channels with a valid email, you'll be thrown into the prize pool for a soon-to-be-named prize, most likely some slabs, a 9/8 slab. So I'm still working on getting those prizes together, but I'll have more details on that. But just like I thought that was a good committee actually mentioned it, because of the community always donating and AOKing and sending gifts to one another, that it was a good way to help reward people for nominating by giving a little prize away. So just scrolling through. Phil is here. Cody's here. Where'd you get that? Lady Fantastic. I see people shouting around. Where is she? There she is. Caroline, appreciate you being here. Simon's here. Simon, Simple Simon, and Mad Spidey Simon are here. Appreciate you guys being here. Manny is here. Just scrolling through, see if I have any questions. Let's see. Kyle, thank you. Let's just see. I haven't figured out how we'll do the giveaway for the nominations, but it could be that it may be a really big duck race. So, three good nerds. Appreciate you being here. Just scrolling through. Yes, right. I mean, I think everybody enjoys a good giveaway, and so that was a great suggestion from the committee this year of saying, why don't we add a prize or two? We may do multiple prizes for nominated channels. And also, I think that's a good way to make sure that the emails that are being collected are on the up and up, and people aren't just out there creating emails to email addresses to get nominations in. So prize lizards, exactly. Who doesn't like a good giveaway, right? So let's see, just scrolling. So like I said, follow CBC Awards on Instagram. Any questions, comicbookcommunityawards@gmail.com. There's also a contact link on the CBC Awards website. So lots of different ways for you to get a hold of me, in contact with me if you have any questions. Wahoo's here. Good evening. I think I'm caught up. We did have a number of nominations last year, and actually some of the finalists were really toy. Some statues, but some toy as well. So there is some flexibility within that category. But good question. I think that's it, guys. If nobody else has any other questions, I know there's a bunch of other live streams going on tonight. You have plenty of viewing options, so I appreciate you guys being here. And obviously, this will be on the replay, and we'll get some updates out on the website and Instagram shortly this evening. So yeah, if like I said, any questions, just please let me know. And appreciate everybody hanging out tonight and checking out the information for the 2023 Comic Book Community Awards. Thank you, Simon. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. And there's been so much support by the community. I owe everybody a big thank you just for supporting. I know there's been some drama, some people taking some negative approach towards the awards, but a lot of people have the awards back, and defending the awards and myself. So I really do appreciate those things. And even when people are negatively talking about the awards, it really helps spread the word about the awards. So, either way, it does the same thing. It helps us get the word out to, all corners of the community. So all good stuff. So, but thank you. Thanks again for being here. Appreciate everybody. Yes. And I have a live stream tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, my normal Saturday show, Breakfast with Brian. So please come out and join me for that. All right, I'm not too worried because I know you're in Australia, so I'll have at least a head start if somebody tips me off that you're on your way. So, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I really do enjoy doing this. It's been really a lot of fun for me, and so I think it just continues to get bigger and better every year. And so, if I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't do it. But I really do have fun with this. So, Manny, appreciate you being here. But yeah, so thank you, everybody. Like I said, any questions, reach out to me. Follow Instagram, website, all of those things to stay updated. And we'll have some streams, like I said, throughout the year to keep everybody updated on the progress of the awards. And let's see, we'll leave you with something. Maybe we'll leave you with a video from last year's awards. Let's see. We'll leave you with everybody's favorite, Matt Foley. Hey, comic book community, it's your old friend, Matt Foley, and I still live in a van down by the river. But it's a good life, man.
I can tell you a lot of things has changed for me since I got involved with this crazy comic book community. Uh, I used to be a motivational speaker, but now I am a comic book influencer. That's right. Since I made my appearance last year, I have totally changed. I'm more laid back. No more sport coat and tie for this guy. I got my Hawaiian shirt. I'm kicking back. I got a nice big old stack of comics, and I'm living the life. I'm living the life as a comic book influencer. Good old Matt Foley, former motivational speaker, now selling the books on the drip and the drippy and the who's a whatnot, and I'm on the the Bay. There's a Bay one. I'm selling them all over the place. I just love this community, and I'm keeping up with the influencing, if you would. I understand some guy named Ferris went off and toured the country in a van, similar to mine. Uh, Comic Dom 104. I think he's part of the comic fam. He knows the deal. And then you got that rock guy, Jem. I think he took on some of my weight loss tips, and he's slim and trim now and living the good life. I mean, I'm more about just, relaxing and chilling and reading a good comic, man. That's what Matt Foley is about now. So I appreciate you guys, stopping by, inviting me back to the big award thingy you got going on here, the comic community award show, books, whatever. Man, it's great. It's great to be part of this fam. And I'm on the Instatalk and the Tickgram, and I'm all over the place, man. I got so many stuff now, I can't keep track of it. The Wi-Fi out here is a little spotty bound by the river, but I manage. I make the best of it. But I'm living the good life, man. Chilling, relaxing, reading comics, and I just want to hope that good luck to all of the finalists tonight, and with your little award things, and who knows, maybe in a year or two I'll be up for one of those lifetime achievement type things, man. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, man. Living down by the river in a van and reading comics. I appreciate you guys, man. You're my fam. Good luck tonight. I'm sure I'll see you next year.